Hut. Any given weekend, we are back. I'm back in the studio. It feels good to be here. Nate, how you doing? We had a little, what was it, like 2 week hiatus?
Little 2 week hiatus after the Natty game. I'm feeling great, Bob. I'm not going to say that. I've been a little depressed ever since college football ended. Been down in the dumps, but we have NFL to look forward to.
True.
We got other sports to look forward to. So we're getting back.
Yeah. So we're just gonna give a little recap of the Natty and then the little season recap as well. Go over some early predictions we had going into the year, and then what the final outcome was. But yeah, it's crazy that college football is officially over. It's been 2 weeks now since it's been over, so it's crazy. It kind of just flew by.
Yeah, the games are over. The thing about college football is there's always some storylines.
That's true. It's still going on right now. Yeah. So, you want to hop in the Natty, or you want to
Natty preview first?
Yeah. Miami, Indiana.
Facts.
We all watched it with Drew Pock in the back. We'll get his thoughts here in just a little bit.
Facts.
But what a game. I mean, I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The highs and lows for both teams. Probably the most iconic play that ever happened in sports history happened in that game, in my opinion. I mean, you put some music to it, put it in slow-mo. Might give you some chills. But yeah, what are your thoughts?
The Natty was a great game. There's been I feel like the past few years there's a lot of blowouts in the Natty. I kind of thought that Indiana might do that, but Miami was fucking just as good as them. It was an all-time classic. The ups and the downs, the Mendoza run, it was like we're going to be seeing that highlight for the rest of our lives when we're talking about like college football and stuff. And it was a special story for Indiana, like the first ever 16-0 team. The Signetti rebuild only in year 2. They were the worst team in college football history. And then they have the year that they had, like, it was just a storybook ending.
Lee Corso retiring.
Yeah. I think we're going to look back at this year and be like, damn, that was one of the like craziest, like, you have no idea what's going to happen years. And Indiana was just the perfect like storybook ending to the year. I do have a tweet out there saying Indiana was the best team in the country, like way back then. I'm not going to take credit because I didn't say it that early, but I did know that they were really good. And yeah, I thought it was a really good game. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 27-21. Miami the game definitely kept you on your toes. But yeah, it's just crazy that going into the year they were talking about Lee Corso, him coaching at Indiana, this, that, and then to go out on the year, Indiana wins the thing. And I saw a stat right after it was like the most recent team to go undefeated in football is Indiana, and the last team to go undefeated and win the national championship in basketball was Indiana with Bob Knight. So Indiana kind of holds the title right now for best teams.
Signetti, he is Indiana's Bob Knight now. Like he's definitely going to have a statue outside the stadium. Like he has taken Indiana football and it is his now. He's the new Bobby Knight of Indiana.
And people's been saying, it'll be interesting to see what they do next year because, a lot of the team this year were a lot of JMU guys that came with him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and how they perform next year. Drew, the Miami fan in the back, witnessing that game. I mean, we watched it with you. What were your thoughts before, during, and after the game?
Well, I said before that it was not going to be a blowout. Like, there were people that thought it was going to be a blowout because Indiana came out and played so well against Oregon. I knew Miami was too good in the trenches to let that happen, especially playing at home. I was proud of my boys. You know, I thought they were going to pull it off, especially there at the end. If Carson Beck throws that ball a little bit further, it might not be intercepted. But Cristobal, he halfway through the season, he took me, kneeled me over his knee, and spanked the shit out of me for all the terrible things I said about him. I will no longer be a doubter of Cristobal. How he has that program humming right now. I mean, they'll be right back there next year, I think, with returning Malachi Toney, Fletcher. They get Mensa, who I know you guys aren't super high on, but he was second in NCAA in passing yards, second in touchdowns. He's gonna. I think the offense is gonna be back to what it was with Cam Ward 2 years ago, stacked with another nasty defense. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to replace Bain and Mesidor, but that D line is so loaded next year. Just 5 stars waiting in the wings. They still got guys back. Having Moten and Justin Scott coming back's huge.
Having baby Jesus coming back.
Having baby Jesus is back. They're going to be right there with it next year. So can't be too upset. Yeah, you want to win it. But, I mean, hell, what a run it was, right?
Yeah.
Man.
I can't be upset about the run.
Yeah, like
They left it all on the field, man.
They put the U back on the map officially. Like we thought Cam Ward last year would do that. This was the team that officially put like the U back on the map as a college football powerhouse per se.
And it was nice to not have to watch them in the Pop-Tarts Bowl again.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to see them go on a run. Super high on the Canes.
Sky's the limit
for next year.
probably
Now they got to win the ACC. They got to take that next step and start dominating the ACC. Like they have night and day the best roster in the ACC. There's no reason why they shouldn't win it next year.
and probably the greatest run in playoff history. I mean, would you say their run was better than Ohio State's?
I mean, as
last
a
year?
10 seed, yeah, I'd say it was.
I mean, you got going into College Station, win that, then beating Ohio
Beating
State.
the big bad Ohio State.
Yeah.
And, Ole Miss, I was never worried about Ole Miss necessarily. Still another big game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say as a 10 seed to get there, that's a magical run.
Yeah.
It was.
Magical Mario.
Magical Mario. I think the Notre Dame's run last year was also like I think it's probably in the same region. I'm not bad on Mensa. Like Mensa's a very good quarterback. The only reason I reacted like that is because the offer that y'all are throwing him is like that might be the number one NIL offer for.
But I don't know how much of that is accurate. Like the penthouse and all. Like I don't know. It just that was a guy on Twitter that put all that shit out.
Man,
and everybody
Carson
ran.
Beck didn't have to go to class, so you don't know what.
Well, Carson Beck was pretty much done with school.
Carson Beck wasn't going to school while he was at Georgia either, so he said he hadn't gone to school in 2 years.
Yeah, none of these athletes are going to school. They're getting paid fucking millions of dollars to play football. That's what they're worried on.
Would you say Carson Beck throwing that interception was just like story of the season for him?
I mean, I don't know if I'd say that. I mean, they don't make it there without him running it in against Ole Miss. So
That's true.
That's true.
Should he have played better? Yes, but I think, like I said, Mensa is more of a quarterback that fits that offense better. It's like I said, it's going to get back to more of a Cam Ward style offense. They brought in more wide receivers. They're loaded next year. Like there's no excuse to not get back there and win the ACC. But I'm going to be positive. I trust.
You were
Cristobal.
positive after the game too, which was
I was positive
yeah.
after they started. After they came back out after SMU and started beating the shit out of teams, and I was positive about them getting into the playoffs. And I took them to win every single game in the playoffs. I do want to say.
Yeah.
That is facts.
You did. Yeah, it's just crazy natty game. I mean, going into the year, if you'd have said these two teams were playing, it would have been like, yeah, okay, bud. Like,
Yeah.
sure.
It is funny that we were talking about Notre Dame or Miami getting in the playoff like 2 weeks before the playoff even started. It was like a real debate. And Miami didn't. They were on the outside looking in. And then playoffs start, they get in, they make the run.
They were a decision away from not even being
I do want
in
to
the
say
playoffs.
one crazy thing our dad did predict. He said if Miami can get through Florida State undefeated, they will be playing in the national championship. He said that after the Notre Dame game. I remember that. They did actually get undefeated through Florida State. Then they lost to Louisville, SMU. But he was technically right because they did make it to the national championship.
Yeah. Early on the year, Miami, they especially after that Notre Dame game, everyone was like, "Oh shit, Miami looks a little bit different than what they've always looked, especially on defense." So yeah, I agree with that.
Then y'all lost to Louisville. Was the first loss?
Yes, that was the Beck 4 interception game,
and then SMU back interception.
They got screwed.
Yeah, I think Beck did a good job at the end of the year playing his role because the game plan was run the ball and let the defense keep you in the games. I think he did a good job with that towards the end of the year, not like forcing too much shit. Even though he did throw a pick at the end of the year, I thought he did a good job buying into that role.
Yeah,
because I don't even think that ball's forced in there. It's just underthrown.
Yeah,
if he throws that ball 5 yards deeper, and we're talking about a Miami national title. Because that ball's going. I mean, he's 5 yards deeper.
Yes, but you're also giving
towards the pylon, and that's a touchdown.
If you do score that touchdown, though, you're up 1 point, and you're also giving Indiana the ball back to the Heisman winner with 45 seconds left, and all they got to do is get in field goal range. So I don't know. I think that hit. Beck took that hit right before he got lit up right before that throw. I think he was just trying to go for it all. I don't think I think in hindsight, Cristobal would have said like, "Hey, let's try and there's 45 seconds left, so I guess if you see the shot, you take it." But I know him getting hit on that play before definitely played a factor.
I'm just trying to say, like, we talk about him forcing throws in those other games. The 4 interception game, he forced throws. I don't believe that ball was forced. I just think he underthrew it.
I would agree.
That's all it is. Yeah. It was a good play. It's the smart throw. Everybody, that is the throw you make.
I was just
an
pointing
NFL quarterback makes that throw.
Yeah, right. I was just pointing out because I saw a stat. It was like all 3 Miami losses. The last play came on a Carson Beck interception.
So I guess in that sense, yes, it was a fitting end.
Yeah,
but they don't have that season without him either. No, he was a great game manager.
It's true. It was a great run by y'all.
So coming out of the Natty recap, do we just want to go straight into the season recaps?
Yeah, we want to do the season.
We can do that. Can I just say one thing, though, is Curt Cignetti, as he solidified himself as one of the greatest college football coaches of all time? Because there's never been a team with that less of NFL talent to be as dominant. Like, he maxed out those players.
I feel like now you have to see what he does.
I want to see what he does afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that at Cooper. Like, it's hard to say that he's one of the best all time when this is a one season, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
That we've seen this. You've got guys like Osborne.
Can he sustain it?
Switzer. These guys that have done it for Saban for a decade.
Yeah.
And so, let's see what he does after this. But I think he's on the trajectory.
Do you think at the end of the year he's the greatest college football coach right now?
Yes.
Has he taken over the role from Kirby? Has he taken the role?
He's the greatest coach currently.
When you win the Natty, you're kind of
Except for Ryan Day last year, we knew he was still a little pussy.
He's a bitch.
But the thing about Cignetti, all those other great coaches were all at programs that were like Saban went to Alabama. I feel like going to the worst college team and then making them that dominant instant.
Saban was at Michigan State and he turned Michigan State.
Yeah, but he didn't go 16-0 and win a Natty.
No, he
had to go to a better program to get that. Cignetti just rebuilt a bad program from the ground up.
But we're also in an era that's different than all these other coaches where they had guys and they were developing them over 4 years versus now it's like these are your guys. He was developing most of them at JMU and then
transfer portal wasn't a big.
It wasn't a big thing back there. You might have
one.
You might have 1 or 2 transfers in a 4-year period.
Yeah. I just think if you put Saban as the coach of this team, I don't think they win. I think Cignetti was the only coach that could take this team to the Natty. Because you look at the NFL talent that they have, it's not like they're not just NFL everywhere. Like they're kind of lower end on the NFL talent.
Right, but why does 1 year all of a sudden say he's the greatest coach?
Well, I don't think he's the greatest. I just think it's the greatest coaching job. I think it's the greatest coaching job in the history.
Yeah. If you're just talking about the job he did for this year, yes, absolutely.
He will be in the Hall of Fame for this year.
Yeah.
He will be.
But
I think
the greatest coach ever is, I feel like you have to see how he
you have
sustains.
to have some sustained
He's still got some
success.
rings to go before he's the greatest coach ever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but before we get into the season recap, can we get our final records for our picks for the year?
Yeah, I went, and we didn't do any. We didn't count any of the playoff.
We stopped at conference championship.
Yeah, conference championship week was the last week. I went 122 and 148 for 45.1%. I went 6-10 overall on my locks. Cooper was 92 and 102 for 47.4%, and he went 8-7 on his locks. For the year.
You want to talk about the coach's greatest turnaround? Maybe the greatest lock betting turnaround ever.
0-6 to 7 and 1.
0-7
Yeah, I think you were 0-7.
To 8-0.
to be an 8-7.
Yeah, so you started 0-7, then you finished 8-0.
Yeah.
That's pretty
No. I went
You missed-
0-6.
Yeah,
I went
you started
0-6.
0-6 and went 1-6.
Yeah.
And then just rattled off, got 8-7. It is a great comeback, even though you were the one that dug yourself into that hole by yourself. It is still like a very impressive.
I dug myself in that hole and I dug myself out.
Yeah, it's a very impressive comeback, Bob.
Thank you. But all right, let's go into these are our preseason predictions that Drew's about to read off, and we're just going to talk about.
So Zach was not a part of the podcast then yet, so he will not have any. But the Natty, we'll just start with the Natty since we were talking about the Natty. Indiana won the national championship. I actually did not give one here, but we have Nate took Georgia to win the national championship, and Cooper took Penn State.
Yeah, that Georgia was at least, we were at least competing up there for the Natty.
I mean, yeah. Well, he'll continue to read off other things about Penn State that you also said as well. Yeah, it was a bad pick. Didn't know dumpster fire was happening in the state of Pennsylvania, but continue.
Okay, so we'll just start with conferences after that. ACC, Duke won it. Nobody had them.
No.
Nate had Miami. Cooper had Clemson. I said Miami, but they won't do it.
You were probably
But
the
we'll
most
say
right.
Miami.
Yeah, they were actually the best team. They just didn't do it. So you probably had the most
So far
right
in
pick
our
on
predictions, we are 0-5. All right.
Moving to Big 12, Texas Tech won, and Nate took Utah. Cooper took Colorado, and I took Arizona State.
0-8.
Yeah, that Colorado.
I can't believe
Colorado
we,
pick was.
I can't believe we
homer.
missed. We whiffed on Texas Tech. We should have known better
Yeah.
with the transfers.
The money they put
Knowing
in
how much
there.
the roster was.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah,
It was bad.
those are that's. It's not as bad as the Big 10. So Big 10, Indiana won. Nate took Penn State. Cooper took Penn State. I also took Penn State. We all three whiffed on that one.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean Penn State. Coming into the year, they were like they had the Ohio State effect last year, the Michigan effect the year before that, where they brought everybody back. They were the one team that I felt like was the safest pick to like win 10 games and go to the playoffs, and they just crumbled in the middle of the year after that loss to Oregon.
that was 3 very bad picks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
right,
That's about as bad as it can get.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. Anyways, moving to the SEC, Georgia won this year. Nate had Texas. Cooper and I both had Georgia though. So
Okay.
we did
get that one right. Okay.
We did get that one. And then we already went through the Natty, the Heisman, Mendoza won. Nate and Cooper both took Cade Klubnik. I think everybody was high on Clemson. Everybody missed out on
Mendoza
that one.
even in preseason.
He wasn't like any of the favorites at all by any means. No,
I wonder what his odds were preseason.
that's a good question. I bet he was at least like fucking plus 900 or plus 1,000.
Could you imagine like throwing $20 on him to win Heisman?
He was plus 600 in mid-August.
Damn, that's
And then about halfway through the regular season, it shifted to minus 1,000. And then to all the way to minus 3,000 by early December.
damn.
So
Okay.
Yeah. So long story short, we don't know what the
fraud
fuck.
and sleeper teams.
We don't know what the fuck we're talking about when it comes to picking champions of conferences. Yeah. So fraud team. Nate had 2 as frauds, South Carolina and Ohio State. I think he threw Ohio State in just out of spite. Cooper had Oregon and LSU.
LSU is correct.
Saying Dante Moore was overrated was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
First, threw interception first.
so Nate
play
got South Carolina at least.
Oh, bingo.
Cooper got LSU at least. And then I had Bama, which I think Bama they looked like frauds at the end of the season. I think that constitutes as being a fraud team. Like it would work.
They were frauds after week 1 for sure. I thought.
It was just that middle of the season when they ran that gauntlet.
Yeah.
They
ran.
looked good then.
Yeah.
Then they fell off a cliff.
Yeah, at the
But
end
I
they were
mean,
fraud.
they did make the SEC championship. They did make the playoffs.
But I would say OU would probably be in the same boat towards the end of the year, right?
Well, okay, so we'll move into sleepers. Piggyback off that. Nate had Washington as a sleeper.
It was a good pick.
And I think you also said you were going to take them
Win
8.5
total.
over 8.5.
I think it was
games.
7.5 win
7.5 win total.
They
They
went
won 9.
9-4.
So you got that one. Cooper's sleepers. Oh God, yeah, all 3 of these are bad.
Oh God.
Oh, we're giving all 3? Okay.
Yeah, give them all
You,
3.
you said 3.
Yeah,
I mean,
give 'em
yeah,
3.
one of them was like a little like
give 'em
being
all
a little
3.
biased, but
Cooper had South Carolina, Colorado,
Damn.
and Florida State. Which is,
What the hell?
Florida State week 1, I mean,
Florida State they did look good week
I was
1.
high on Florida State week
Above.
1, man. I was high on Florida State.
And then I had, as my sleeper team, I had OU. I did make a mention about Jaden Ott, how I thought he was getting, so that was bad. But I did have
OU
But
was-
it's
But it
not,
was a
I don't
good
know.
pick.
That's a good pick. When
It was a good pick.
when they're like 7.5 was their over under on win total.
Yeah.
Like that
That was definitely a correct.
yeah, I said
sleeper.
that was
That's
a
a-
good pick at the time.
correct sleeper.
So,
Florida's beautiful.
Let me see these records of your sleeper teams.
so yeah, that runs through. That's pretty much the recap of everything that we said at the beginning of the season.
So now, going back, who would you say were some fraud teams that we did not
Basically,
mention?
give your who at the end of the season. Who would
Yeah.
you say is the biggest fraud?
Fraud. Yeah. I mean,
I might
LSU,
have to go first.
for the ones that we named, LSU fraud. Which one else did you?
South Carolina fraud. I'd give you Tennessee fraud
Tennessee fraud.
I was gonna say my biggest fraud would have been
Penn State. Penn
That's
State
my big-
fraud.
or Clemson.
Yeah.
I would have said
And
Penn State
Clemson.
100%, but Clemson was a fraud.
Clemson.
Same boat.
Gosh, who else? Let me look up. What were like week 1 rankings?
Let me see.
Preseason rankings. Here we go.
Let me see.
Can I enter this one? And I think Quan will get mad at
Texas was number 1.
Like can I say Texas? I was about to say, can I say Texas here? And not the way they finished. They should have been better than the 4-loss or 3-loss team that they were.
Yeah, I mean they were pre-ranked number 1.
Right.
They were
So-
saying natty or bust coming into the year, and they fucking.
Penn State was preseason number 2. Yeah, I've got to live with Penn State being my biggest fraud. Clemson was
Yeah.
preseason number 4.
How about this?
I'd go with.
We give frauds for each
Florida was ranked.
Yeah, Florida was like top 15.
Florida.
I remember that. I was
Another
like, what
fraud
the
for
fuck?
Big 12, Kansas State.
Go through, just name, start with ACC down.
Okay, ACC, the biggest fraud was probably Clemson.
Clemson by far.
Big 12, well, Colorado was my sleeper, so that was a fraud. But I would say Kansas State because they were favored to win the Big 12 going into the year.
Yeah, were they?
Yeah.
No,
Bub, where is Texas Tech on this list?
Arizona State was the favorite. I'm pretty sure.
No. I want to say it was either Arizona State or
State
Kansas
was the
State.
highest ranked. Preseason, Arizona State was ranked 11. They were the highest ranked.
I'm
But
pretty sure
it
they were
was-
the favorite.
I'm pretty sure Kansas State was favored to win the conference, though.
Really?
Texas Tech was 23 coming into the season.
Now I have to look this up because I feel like I remember Arizona State being the.
I think Arizona State did have the highest odds. I mean, they returned basically everybody but Scatabo. They had Tyson, they had Levitt, they had the coach.
Levitt just got hurt, though. Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's crazy to
Oh,
look
wait.
back at these.
What the fuck? It's just giving me who won. It didn't give me like the odds.
Scroll all the way up. Scroll down. Go back.
I have it right here. Arizona State was plus 550 to 600. Kansas State was 600. Utah was.
Okay, so it was Arizona State and Kansas State were the leading.
Well, Texas Tech,
favorites.
Texas
And
Tech,
Utah was in there too.
and Texas Tech was between 600 and 700.
Okay. So
I think I remember Arizona State being
the two favorites were
They were
Arizona
tied
State
with
and
Kansas State actually. Opening odds, Kansas State and Arizona State were both tied at plus 600.
Okay, so they were the two favorites to win it. So they
Yeah,
were
Kansas State
two
was
frauds.
a bigger fraud than Arizona State by far, though.
Two frauds.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Big Ten. Obviously, we're taking Penn State.
Ohio State, fucking one of these generational teams, and they don't even win the conference, don't even win a natty. They come up with absolutely nothing.
So that's your fraud. I would say.
No, I'd say Penn State, yeah,
Penn State.
but also Ohio State for sure.
Okay. SEC. Biggest fraud probably Texas, Tennessee.
I don't know about
How
about
LSU.
this?
LSU.
How about
LSU
this?
has to be. Tennessee was ranked below Florida, below LSU coming into the season.
Yeah, I wouldn't put
So, like-
USC as a fraud.
Do you put Texas A&M because of their schedule?
It depends on if you're going off of purely
They were
like
we're talking about like
preseason.
Bama.
So preseason Texas A&M was plus 1,400. So it's hard for
Yeah.
me to say that they were a fraud.
They were 5th to win the SEC.
I mean, South Carolina was number 13 coming into the season there in the
yeah.
SEC. They were horrible.
Yeah, no,
I'd probably, Texas, South Carolina, Florida. There were a bunch of SEC frauds this year. A whole bunch of them.
All right, so then the biggest sleepers for each conference now.
Yeah, we can do that.
ACC. I
mean, it's
I
Duke.
said
It's Duke.
I said earlier this year Virginia. I said
Virginia
Virginia
makes
was
the
the
case.
biggest sleeper.
Yeah, even though
Duke
they
shouldn't
did
have been
suck.
there.
Play that
but-
clip. Play the clip.
It's probably Virginia, but the fact that Duke wins the ACC,
that's true.
like
Yeah, both those teams suck.
So
Though.
Virginia, Big 12.
BYU.
BYU plus 1,900
Yeah.
to win the Big 12. They
BYU
were
Lost their
let's see,
quarterback coming into the year.
Bear.
They were 9th
Jake Red-
No, I'm
preseason
saying like Bear.
to win the Big 12 at plus 1,900.
Okay, I'll give it to
Yeah,
BYU.
that's them.
Lots of soaking.
Big 10, Indiana. Everybody
Yeah.
counted Indiana out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
From
agree
last
with
year.
Indiana.
100%.
SEC, I'm giving it to OU.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
I'd go
okay.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
Ole
Ole
Miss
Miss.
was
He's a
Plus,
two.
yeah, 1,600.
Would you do Ole Miss and OU? Because people,
I'd say
Miss
biasly,
was a
I'd say
sleeper.
OU, but like unbiasedly, I'm looking at Ole Miss made a deeper run into the playoff.
I don't even
beat
think it'd
Oklahoma.
be biased being OU though, because OU
Ole Miss made it.
people
farther
did
than
not
that.
expect OU to make the playoffs. They didn't expect OU
I
to win
don't-
7 games.
I don't think they would have expected Ole Miss to make
No
it
one
either.
expected Ole Miss. Ole Miss was supposed to be in
Nobody
a down
expected
year.
OU to make.
No, but yeah, they're a sleeper also. But Ole Miss was like no one's talking about.
yeah,
Ole
Ole
Ole Miss
After
was
Dart
one
and
game.
Shit.
They were one game from the national championship, so I have to say Ole Miss. Like,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree that Ole Miss is.
I think OU's a sleeper because
they were a
they
sleeper
with
team.
7.5 was their over under. They end up winning 10 games, going on a phenomenal red November. So obviously they were a sleeper, but like they still lost it in the first round of the playoffs.
yeah. And
Oh.
Kiffin had no idea he was about to be going to Baton Rouge after this year. He thought he was going to be in a rebuild year. Also, Vandy should probably be on the sleeper list also on the SEC.
I don't know. Vandy made a run. They were better last year.
Vandy wasn't
They were
even
on the
ranked
up and
going
up.
in.
Vandy
Yeah, but I
is
feel like coming into the year was
Yeah.
people talking about Vandy.
I can't even find the preseason odds for Vandy.
I'd give you Vandy,
Vandy was a sleeper.
but I think it's still Ole Miss.
Oh, here
Ole
we
Miss,
go.
OU, and Vandy. Those are the
Vandy was
They had
14th at plus 30,000.
They had-
to win the SEC.
they had Auburn
Actually, I changed mine. Vandy was
As
my
a
biggest
higher-
sleeper.
as a higher odds to win the SEC than Oklahoma.
Damn.
Oklahoma was
Auburn
at
was a fraud, damn.
Oklahoma was at plus 65,000.
Told you.
Yeah, I think Vandy, OU, and
Ole Miss.
were the 3 sleepers of the SEC.
Now here's one for you.
I don't think that's right. I think it was supposed to be plus 6,500.
For OU?
Yeah. Because they have them higher than Vandy. Yeah, it's supposed to be 6,500.
Here's a little too early. National champion next year. Go.
Michigan, Bob.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say. Don't say Colorado.
LSU.
Damn. Okay. It's not a bad pick.
Drew.
Miami.
Okay. Zach.
OU.
No, I'm not saying OU. And I'm definitely not saying that damn school in Austin. Miami.
Hey, Miami, LSU, Michigan.
If I had to give an actual one, it might actually be that team down in Austin right now. They're looking good,
Everybody's
but
saying that.
I'll say
I know they will do the same
Way
thing
too
they do
early.
every year. They get that big roster, spend all that damn money, and still fucking lose.
It's so funny
Still, it's
reading.
time to play OU.
Exactly, and Oklahoma won't score a touchdown.
It's so funny looking back at that list of our predictions, and we were way off.
Yeah.
It was wrong.
Yeah,
It
but
was
this
bad.
year was also just crazy.
It was a crazy year,
Like,
yeah.
So much shit unexpected happened. Like,
Yeah.
so.
What was y'all's most memorable moment?
Favorite moments?
Favorite memorable moment from the season?
For me, I would
mine.
have to say going 0-6 to turning my lock record around to 8-7. I mean, I was my head of hair was on the line. Like I was gonna have to shave my head.
Facts.
So I'd say that. The Indiana Penn State game was
Oh, you
an
didn't even.
incredible finish.
You're just gonna steal mine like that. You didn't even get to watch that game, dude.
I went back and rewatched it, but I was watching it live on Gamecast. You ever try to watch a game on Gamecast, bub?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that sucks. I hate watching.
sorry, I can't just sit in my room and watch football all day.
Oh, okay. You're gonna say that. Well, guess what? My favorite memory was the Penn State Indiana game. I was out golfing while that game was happening. I was not sitting
Oh, so you,
in my
you
room
weren't watching games.
I was out golfing. The fourth quarter started at the end of the round. I was playing like dog shit. So I kind of just let Drew and B Will. I can't remember if it was Zach or Ryan was there. But I kind of just like let them play it out, and I watched the game in the cart. And that play happened on the 18th hole while they were in like a one-score game, and I started like jumping around whenever it happened because it was such a crazy play. That is by far my biggest.
Oh yeah, we played Trosper. It was just you, me, and B Will.
Oh yeah, it was.
Because B Will and I, we were within like one stroke.
Yeah.
Final hole.
Yeah, I had just given up because I wanted to watch that Penn State Indiana game. That's definitely mine though.
Other moments,
Bitch.
OU beating Bama at Bama. OU beating Tennessee at Tennessee, and then Bama at Bama. Those were pretty good games, especially the Alabama one. The Alabama one was crazy.
I'd say my most memorable had to be being down in Norman with you guys.
Facts. I was gonna say, yeah. No, that
was a fun trip.
night.
I thought it was gonna be Miami, Ohio State.
Well, actually, Keontae Scott's pick six changed the game. Like being there live for that was crazy. But being able to soak up the playoffs with you guys.
2 years in a row now.
Facts.
2 years in a row that we've gotten the playoff game.
We need Norman
that
to
was-
get another home game next time.
That was fun. I feel like there's so much more that I'm forgetting about.
I mean, obviously, I would say it's Mendoza to Omar Cooper in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
It's the play of the year.
That's the play of the year. But for me, I was at the LSU game, and like the feelings of the LSU game was like, oh God, we're gonna lose this game, and how that game ended, and like we were just like partying in the at the stadium after, like, as that game was ending, was so much fun.
Because that punched their ticket to the playoff.
That punched the ticket to the playoff, and being there was crazy. And then to say that I was there 2 weeks later at the playoff game,
Yeah,
like,
that's a good one.
I'd say another one would be the buildup of the playoffs being released was really fun. I thought the whole show, and then Drew's reaction of Miami getting in was pretty fun. Of how we came up here and watched it.
Yeah. one last sleeper game. Georgia Ole Miss to me was one of the best games of the season. Seeing Trinidad fucking go on that like run that he had in that game where he like completed like 12 straight passes. That was a tremendous game also.
What else? Is that all? I feel like there's so much more that
You could probably go for days,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
some bad bets, some good bets, moments. But yeah.
Facts.
What a season.
Facts, Bob.
What a season. We'll be back though for next year and we'll have better predictions hopefully. And hopefully those outcomes will come true as well. But yeah, I didn't think we did that bad on our picks this year though. I mean,
No, I mean the preseason.
I was 10 picks difference. You were of being 500.
Yeah.
I mean, we were both 47, 45, 47% hit range.
Yeah.
Locks were good. We might have to discuss about what the punishment would be for the worst record, but
Yeah, we can talk about that. I just want to say like you might have beat me on the records and shit, but like I still know more ball than you, for real.
okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't say that,
Okay.
but
To make sure.
you know how I get down.
Oh, man, you got lucky, Bob.
Okay.
Sorry though.
Well, now that college football season is over, there's only one football league left playing, and that is the NFL. And the biggest game of the NFL season is coming up, the Super Bowl in San Francisco. We have the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks playing once again.
Of course he is.
What?
None. Go ahead.
Oh.
Sorry, I was googling something.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, Super Bowl. What are we thinking? Are we big on Drake May? Are we big on Sam Darnold? I know we haven't really discussed NFL like that this year, which we have talked about. We will be diving more into the NFL season next year. But yeah, it's crazy. Both these teams are back playing each other.
Yeah, for me, I'll just go quick because I've kind of been a little bit tuned out of NFL. Not tuned out, just not super locked in.
First of all, shake my hand. Fantasy football champion right here.
Facts.
You
Oh,
did
yeah,
win
he
our
did
fantasy
win.
league.
I was like a 7-7 team with like JJ McCarthy and Bryce Young as my two best quarterbacks all year.
I'm just happy you're keeping the trophy in the Stogsdill name.
beat the team that almost might have broke.
He
the
saved
league.
the league. You defeat the mafia.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You defeat the mafia.
The mob always wins.
Maybe
but
that just
I'd,
goes to show next time a crazy trade happens, let's not all freak out before we see how the season plays out, right?
Or we just say trust the commissioner. Trust the commissioners.
Facts. I cut a deal with the commissioner, actually. That's why I was a 7-7 team and like somehow just lucked my way into winning it. But yeah, I did win it,
Yeah.
That goes on my ball knowledge, resume, I guess, winning that. But
3 of them, but yeah, team.
yeah, now you have 3 of them. You've won fantasy championships. I'm the only one that hasn't. Now I can, sit at the big boy table in the family.
Yeah.
Like
So
Jim
like out
Harbaugh
of like
said.
coaching, if you were like to name all of us like coaches, like who I have 3. Well, who would I be? Who would Drew be? Who would you be? Are you like Kurt Signetti this year, winning that one?
Nah, I'm like Ed Orgeron with LSU, just finding a lucky way one year. Drew would be
Dan Lanning.
I've never won one in fat ball. I have won other leagues before. I mean, I have like 4 championships in other leagues, but I've never won. I've made it to the championship in
It's
fat
like Ryan
ball
Day.
Okay, but
3 times now. One of them, a player died on the field during championship week. Like,
did you win prior to fat ball with the
Yes, I did
because
win
this league
one.
kind of morphed out of another league?
I did win flex. Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of have
It's Ryan Day.
so you won before NIL basically.
You could say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Ryan Day would fit there.
Okay.
Now, if we're talking fantasy basketball, I'm like fucking Phil Jackson in that league. I've got 5 championships there.
Actually, no, Cristobal.
Cristobal? Okay.
He's Cristobal.
What about
now.
me?
I'm Signetti. You're Brian Kelly.
I was gonna say,
Wow. What the?
I was gonna
He's
say-
closer
never
to
won
Saban.
one.
He's closer to Saban over here, winning multiple.
no, I have a
giving you
good one
Saban.
for him. He's like Urban Meyer. He's going to
I
win a
like that.
championship, but then you're going to catch him at the bar afterwards. He's going to be feeling up on a girl's leg.
I love
Okay,
that.
a little finger
yeah.
pop?
Yeah.
Urban Meyer. That's a good one. I love that.
I guess, yeah, Urban Meyer. Y'all are
Signetti.
just fucking
Urban Meyer.
disrespectful over here. Okay.
Urban has like 3 rings. You have 3 rings.
Okay, yeah.
In fact, Urban does have 3 rings, right?
How many does Kirby have?
He's got. Does he have 2 at?
Two.
He has
He
2
has 2 at
He has
Florida.
2 at Florida and 1 at Ohio State. So
Yeah.
you are Urban.
Okay. I've never left my team, though, but yeah,
Yeah.
same team. All right, what were you going to give you before we got in that fantasy football? What were you about Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, I'll keep it simple. I'm going the Patriots. I just think that I just think that they're really good, Bub. They have that sustained success that they're built on, that they always know. Drake May is legit. And yeah, I think that they just kind of know how to win. Robert Kraft, boys.
Yeah, and
knows how to win.
what do you know about Robert Kraft? Of why is this like influence of why you're picking him?
He's a great owner, Bub. He's
Okay.
won like 6 championships already.
What is his ethnicity?
He's a white man, I'm pretty sure.
But what is his like? What is
Oh,
that?
no, let me see.
Oh, he's Jewish. That's why Nate is okay.
Okay, that wasn't the reason I picked him, but
You
yeah,
said is
I
Robert
guess he
Kraft
was-
Jewish? Yes, Robert Kraft is. Jewish.
I had to make sure he was Jewish, Bub. I didn't know if he was.
What does it have to do with anything?
I didn't. He brought that up. I was saying that I think
You
Robert Kraft.
searched it. I literally look over and it says in bold text.
I had to make
yes,
sure.
Robert Kraft is Jewish.
I just had to make sure, Bub. But yeah, I'm gonna be choosing the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think they know how to win. So
I'm gonna be taking the Seahawks because I think this will be a revenge game from when they didn't run the ball on the goal line. So, and I like JSN. I think Seahawks defense is really good. Even though it would be cool to see Rabel win one with the Pats as a coach now, since he won one with the player, and I know they're saying the Pats kind of had an easy schedule, easy route.
They did.
to the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, they did. And Drake May didn't really do anything in the championship.
is Drake May overrated or is he underrated?
I think he's properly rated.
I don't know. I want to see him next year with a better schedule. I can't take the Patriots because they're Miami's biggest rival, but they will find a way to win because they always fucking do. They're going to have another Super Bowl.
What are the odds?
The fact that the Patriots are even playing for a Super Bowl again and Miami's
crazy.
never sniffed one, I don't get me started there. Picking the Seahawks, but they won't do it. Just like how I picked Miami to win the ACC, but they did.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What's the odds?
The odds is Seattle's a 4.5 point favorite. Over under is 45.5.
Wow.
I love how people are just like tagging this as the revenge game when it's two different
teams,
coaches.
I know, but like
it's the same team, like concept, the same city teams, but the players have no.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling me out with that.
It's the same
I mean,
thing.
like I just think, I also think like Sam Darnold's going to come back down to life. Like he cannot continue to play this well.
This is his.
They were saying the same thing about
Story
Miami,
book.
Ohio State. There's the revenge game, but it was like 20 years prior. It's just a storyline they can run with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would be a cool storyline for Sam Darnold too. Of didn't he basically get written off by the Jets? Like when he was drafted, they were like, "Oh, he's a bust."
Vikings
last year.
They fucked
didn't-
up by
yeah.
hitching their wagon to McCarthy.
But like, when was he drafted, Sam Darnold?
Back in
2019, 2018.
And yeah, and he hasn't done anything since then. So everybody kind of just like wrote him off. And
Well, it's because
now-
he's pretty much a serviceable quarterback. He's not going to do anything spectacular.
Yeah. I mean, the Seahawks
Like-
defense this year is fucking elite.
well, also he knows who to throw the ball to. Fucking JSN.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots.
I'll take the Seahawks
Patriots.
just because.
Seahawks, Patriots,
Seahawks,
Seahawks. So y'all too. Okay.
And I'll probably take the over 45.5, and I'll probably take Seahawks minus 4.5.
And by the way, the owner, just to give perspective, the owner of the Seahawks, Jody Allen, is not Jewish.
Okay,
So
thank you for pointing that out.
throw that out there.
Yeah.
Just,
And I also saw like some prop bets of like, it was like, who do you think will win the what position do you think the Super Bowl MVP will be? Who will it be? This and that.
Over under on how many handsy massages Graft gets after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the home team, technically?
Patriots.
Patriots? Okay, I think there's a crazy stat out there over 50 years of the Super Bowl. I believe I've heard that the home team has, even when they're like when the home team is the underdog, they've always covered. In 50 years, like in a 50 year of the Super Bowl, if the home team is the underdog, they've always covered.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes me feel a lot more confident in my Patriots pick also.
Who do y'all think is winning the NFL MVP?
Probably Drake May.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like the regular season.
Yeah, it'd probably be Drake May.
Really? I thought Stafford was leading that.
Could be Stafford, but I mean, Drake May's up
What's the
there
odds?
too. Yeah, what are the odds for that?
Let me see.
I actually tuned into a lot of the NFL playoffs this year, and they were actually they were really fun to watch.
Matthew Stafford is the leader right
is
now,
the leader,
minus 135, and
About to
Drake
say.
May's plus 105. If Drake May goes out and balls out in the Super Bowl and wins it, is he?
Well, no,
does he
isn't
take
it? Isn't it
But aren't the
announced
votes already
before?
in?
Yeah, aren't the? Isn't
They've
it
already
announced?
voted for it.
Oh,
So it probably will be Stafford.
Okay, I was about to say because
Those
doesn't
are
it
close
come
odds,
out?
though.
It comes out before the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl's played.
I think so.
Okay.
those odds are super close though, so it really could be either.
Did we all watch? Did y'all watch NFL playoffs this year?
Yeah.
When I could, yeah.
I thought they were
A
really
little
good.
bit.
I thought they were really good this year.
I'd have it on. I might be playing video games when they're on, but
I just feel like in the last few years, there's been a ton of blowouts. This year, there were a lot of.
This was another kind of like college football. It was another weird year.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mahomes.
Mahomes, Lamar weren't in it. Josh Allen lost. This was Josh Allen's year. Still
Which
couldn't get it
the
done.
Broncos, yeah, it was. I saw something where like,
The Broncos have Bo Nix. They're probably playing for the Super Bowl.
yeah.
Caleb
What were you saying,
Williams, the
though?
Bears.
I was gonna say it was when the Bills played the Broncos, and then the Bears played the Rams. How the game ended for both games was like the Broncos. It was overtime. Broncos got ball. Bills got a stop. Bills threw interception. Broncos came down, kicked the field goal. Same thing for the Bears. Rams got the ball, start overtime, went 3 and out. Bears threw interception, came down and kicked the field goal. So it was just crazy how both games ended the exact same way.
Yeah.
But I was a big Bear fan.
That Bears-Rams game was a fucking fun one to watch. That
Yeah.
throw by Caleb
Well,
Williams.
shit, the Green Bay game when they came back and won.
Green Bay. Who'd they play?
The Bears. It was the Bears before the Bears played the Rams. It was Green
facts.
Bay and
They did beat the-
Chicago.
they beat the
and
Packers,
And Chicago was down,
Yeah. I
and that's
remember that.
when
He had that crazy
had
like
that
Jordan.
Jumpman-
Yeah,
yeah, Jumpman
I remember that.
throw.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought the NFL playoffs were pretty
No,
fun to watch this year.
Yeah, it was a good playoffs. I agree.
So we're taking. I got Seattle Patriots. I'm the only one taking Seattle.
I'm taking Seattle. I'm rooting for Seattle.
Okay. Do we know who the halftime performance is? I do.
It's Bad Bunny, right?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bunny mucho. No tiempo para estar.
I'm not
didn't
going to be watching it.
Didn't he say he was coming out in a dress?
Did he say that?
I'm pretty sure. Or there was some report that said he said that.
Interesting. I mean, wouldn't
That English me.
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm not watching that fucking stupid ass halftime show, dude. Fucking,
And right now, tickets on ESPN, tickets are low as $4,432. Go to the Super Bowl. So
Oh.
if you got that type of money and sit up in the nosebleeds, go for it.
Not that much more than the national championship.
Yeah.
can we do everyone name a Bad Bunny song? Does anyone know one?
No.
Anyone in this room?
Um,
That's our halftime performance also. Crazy.
I feel like I know.
Bad
If it
Bunny.
got played, I would be able to know it, but no, I can't name off the top of my list the name of a Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I don't fall in the demographic
A
of
bad
his fan
boy.
base. I don't know any of his songs.
I don't know why they made that the fucking
Because
Super Bowl.
he's massive.
So yeah, I mean that's the only football. That's the very last football game we have left, unless you want to watch the Pro Bowl. Which shout out that boy Shador, the Shador. He's on the Pro Bowl. I know Pro Bowl games don't mean shit nowadays, but yeah. All right, is that it for football in general?
Yeah, I think we're probably going to start talking about a lot more NBA.
College basketball.
I've
been doing a little gambling on college basketball here recently.
Yeah, probably, maybe talk a little golf, whatnot.
Well, do we have anything for college football, going into this offseason, any recent story news? I know that, like, Miami and the Mensa, that was a big storyline for a little bit because everybody was getting sued.
Well, everybody's just cheating nowadays. Everybody's tampering. Everybody's cheating. Dabo came out and
Pete Golden.
Yeah, Dabo just basically snitched on Pete Golden and Ole Miss on a press conference.
Didn't another player come out and say, another school say he did it too? There's another one that has another player from Fresno State or
probably.
Yeah, there's another one. The other interesting one, I'm from the local side of things. I'm interested to see how well Oklahoma State does. They made a lot of good pickups.
Facts.
Just starting off with the coach.
Facts. What's his face is he's their guy now. Getting Mestamaker was fucking big for them.
I knew he was going to OSU.
Right, but I just think it's big time. I think they're not going to be this winless Big 12 team for 2 years. Program anymore.
They're still going to have to start spending money like Texas Tech does. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but
can they compete at the top of the Big 12? I believe so. I think with the roster that they're putting together and the coaching staff, I think they can compete at the top. Are they going to compete with Texas Tech? Probably not. But
yeah, the Big 12 is also wide open, so I agree with that. What was the question you asked? What was the? Oh yeah, Dabo exposed Pete Golden for cheating. Miami's been cheating. Fucking all these other teams are cheating.
Michigan always be cheating.
Literally, on and off the field.
Hey, that was with separate coaches. All right, now we got Kyle Whittingham. He's a Mormon. All right, he's he's cleaning. He's cleansing us.
That just goes back to the year in general. Like you go from
coming from the Mormon faith that have multiple wives. That's called cheating.
Yeah, I mean, the Mormon, they're a bunch of cults. But it is crazy. Sharon Moore was my head coach that, I was sold on. Yeah. And then a week later, he fucking...
This is probably the craziest, coaching carousel, coaching story type of year.
It's the craziest year.
You got James Franklin out, Brian Kelly. You got the whole Lane Kiffin incident. And then to the cherry on top of Sharon Moore getting fired and caught for... being just too horny. That's...
Yeah. And then you have the player story, Damon Williams story, the Sam Levitt, LSU thing, the fucking Darian Mensah. It's just one of the craziest... Because it's the Wild West. There's no rules, so...
Yeah, and normally I would say, a team like Miami, I'd be shun them. But, hey, fix the rules. I don't know what to tell you.
That is a fact. There's no rules.
Also, I don't think there's anything out there, from what I read... Mensa's agent is the one that reached out to Miami once that big offer for Ty Simpson leaked. Mm-hmm. I think there were some agents starting to hit up Miami. I'm sure Miami got their hands dirty a little bit too, but if it was that clear-cut tampering, it'd be an Ole Miss Clemson situation, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's far worse for the Ole Miss and the Pete Golding than the Miami stuff is they haven't gone back to school yet. So when the Ole Miss stuff is coming out, this dude had already enrolled in school.
Yeah, he was going to class.
He was going to class and getting text messages from Pete Golden and other staffers. That's worse.
Another thing too with Mensa is Duke clearly tampered to get Mensa last year from Tulane.
Yeah.
So if you go down that hole of Miami tampered, I guarantee you Mensa would have said well, you guys tampered too.
But is it really I hate the word tampering when it comes to not in school. We're in the Wild West. I believe tampering is exactly what Ole Miss was doing when the dude had already signed his contract, was in school already.
Yeah.
Like, that's tampering. If they're out of school and the portal is still open, we live and play in a world now that is acceptable. That is not tampering.
Yeah, but
that is how the rules say they can do it.
But by the rules, if you contact any player that is already like Damon Williams, the LSU, that would have been considered tampering.
Yeah, but we don't know if that was the agent contacting them. They're not contacting the player. The agent's contacting them. We also can't stop player-to-player contact.
Yeah.
So who's to say that a player isn't contacting Mensa, who already knows him, and saying, "Hey, what's the chances you come over here," knowing that the agent's already speaking to Miami officials?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. But the agents are also, they don't give a fuck about the tampering either. So even if they're...
Because the NCAA can't do shit.
Yeah, they have no back... There's no rules.
Give Owen Heineke another year, you fucks.
There will be a lot of stuff happening over the next 4 or 5 months with college football.
I hope they come up with some sort of committee, because the shit is just, even college basketball, like we're signing G League players.
Like that's get me started on that one, when we're letting players come back from the NBA, but you can't give Owen Heineke another year after playing 15 minutes of lacrosse at Ohio State.
Yeah,
15 minutes, but they can play 4 games and still redshirt in football.
Yeah, the NCAA, I can't stand them.
Yeah, well, we'll the future of the podcast, we will be getting into college basketball, NBA, and then we will have some interviews that we will be doing with some people. And then when it gets a little bit warmer outside, come summertime, we'll tap into some golf content.
You'll see some golf content in like March and or like as early as April.
Springtime.
Because that's the Masters.
Springtime.
Yeah.
So springtime.
Yeah, so like I said, springtime.
You said summer.
I said spring and summer when it gets warm outside.
You could say spring and summer.
I didn't hear the spring part.
But yeah, we will get into some golf content. Do we have anything to say about college basketball right now? I know Michigan State played last night, which if you saw Tom Izzo and Dusty May handshake half court, Tom Izzo gave him a little handshake, move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. I've read some stuff that Tom Izzo apparently thinks Dusty May cheats, which it's not. That's very fitting coming from the University of Michigan.
It's the same tampering shit. Like,
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
The Dusty May, he definitely tampered to get our roster.
Let there be light. Let there not be light.
He definitely tampered, so Izzo doesn't like that because he's not a big tamper.
And about the college basketball, like, it is crazy that the news about recently Amari Bailey trying to come back to college after playing in the NBA, and
it's stupid.
It is stupid. I think it will kill.
What is that guy's name that plays for Alabama right now that was in the G League?
Yeah, they were. Do you know what they were chanting at him today
African
at
guy?
Florida?
No.
Florida was playing Alabama, and they were chanting "G League dropout." G League dropout.
It's what's his name?
Charles
Bediako.
Yeah, G League dropout. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it'll hurt college basketball if that happens. If you want a good rant about that, just go listen up. Go search John Calipari post game NIL transfer. You'll find it. He goes on like a 10-minute rant about that, which he hit everything on the head. But yeah.
That's what all coaches are saying, but hopefully they get some legislation on it.
And then NBA. Do we have anything in NBA? Biggest news probably right now, Giannis trade line coming up in 4 days. Will Giannis be traded? What will OKC do? I heard Miami is a spot for Giannis. Minnesota.
Yeah.
Nothing? You ain't got nothing right now?
I got to see Pat pull the trigger, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get tired of seeing, so-and-so rumored to Miami, and then they never trade for him.
Got you.
I remember Dame Lillard being rumored there for like 2 years straight.
Yeah.
To Miami. Yeah, my biggest thing would be Luka Doncic, the Great White Prince. He's amazing. He deserves the MVP.
Which we might have to have someone on and let you guys just go at it. Because right now there's an argument right now that it's Luka versus Shea argument.
Do you know that currently Luka has more free throw shots this year?
Yes.
And Shea's played 9 more games than him?
Gary has told me all these stats.
I'm just our argument is that he's a free throw merchant, and
I haven't said he's a free throw merchant.
Has more free throw shots.
He's a foul bait merchant. Luka is also a foul bait merchant. They both do it the same amount.
We'll leave this for a separate episode.
Yeah.
Because this could explode.
Yeah.
No, I said fair.
When
we fully get into it, we'll dive into it.
I watched Luka on like the Washington Sports Network the other day. The motherfucker had 26, 11, and 11 on like 70% shooting at halftime.
Yeah.
He is
16 in the first
unbelievable.
quarter.
He is ridiculously good at basketball.
But I think it's fair to say that Shea is ridiculous at basketball too.
Yeah, no.
Like there you go.
Okay.
We're good.
Save it for next time.
Well, this is the recap of college football. Recap of the NFL too. I mean, we kind of just talked about the Super Bowl. But yeah, going forward, we'll be doing basketball, college basketball, NBA. Looking forward to discussing March Madness. I guess we could probably do some our predictions of who will win March Madness. We'll do a whole selection show. Fill out our brackets. NBA, we'll probably get into that come All-Star weekend. Give our predictions of who will come out of the West and East Conference. Nice. And then,
Any politics or probably just...
No, we'll keep sports right now.
Yeah, facts.
And then, we'll have some guests on for some interviews. So, do you have any closing statement of the season?
Nah, I'm kind of not as sad as I was like right whenever the season ended because, you have to you have to watch a good amount of football to like come out with a bold prediction of like I think Indiana's the best team in the country. I think they're definitely better than Ohio State when Ohio State was in their prime getting dick rided. Like Indiana, they don't have crazy NFL talent. I was watching a lot of football. It consumed my life for a couple of months, and right whenever it ended, it was like, shit, dude, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. But now that we have these other sports, and we're gonna start talking about them on the show, it makes it a lot better. So
March is the greatest time for college basketball. Like,
well, yeah, March Madness is
undefeated, and we might even have to. We might have to even talk about some OU women's basketball because I don't know if y'all watched OU versus South Carolina. That was a good ass.
Ain't nobody
game.
watched that.
Dude, Aaliyah Chavez is a bucket. Like,
she is.
Like y'all talking like Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Chavez is a problem on the court.
Who's she play for? Oklahoma?
OU.
How much she average?
She was the number 1 player in the country coming out of high school.
Yeah, bub.
Averaging 18.9.
Go watch her recap of South Carolina in overtime.
They're currently losing to Texas right now, 62
Yeah, I just saw that.
53. She's got 9 points at the moment.
But yeah, well, a lot to dive into the upcoming months. It'll be more basketball because it is prime basketball season. Football season's over. But yeah, I'm excited to continue this.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to get into these other sports. I'm really excited for this golf content because y'all don't know what's coming. Y'all don't know how bad. Y'all don't know how good it's going to be. Probably a lot more bad than good.
A lot more comical than anything.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is Any Given Weekend football season recap. And like always, let's have a weekend.
I was not ready for that.
Oh my God. Okay.
You didn't set that up right. Here, as always,
we're leaving it in.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it in. This is Any Given Weekend, and there's a saying around here that we like to say about the weekend. So with that being said, let's have a weekend.